You're watching Action News Now. Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
Take a look at this community in Bangladesh completely underwater. Monsoon rain swamped huge areas of the country, killing at least 59 people. Highways became rivers with people using boats to get around on what would normally be roads. Officials say about 3.1 million people are displaced, with about 200,000 of these staying in makeshift government-run shelters. That is such an astronomical amount of rain and floodwaters. I can't even imagine what the people there must be going through right now.
It's amazing what a lot of water in a short amount of time can do, especially when the monsoons really start to get going in some of those areas. Now, we won't be seeing the impact of any monsoons here just in any time for our forecast, but we are heating up. So that's one thing that we will have to be prepared for, and drink a lot of water, because temperatures could return to the low to mid 100s this week. Now, for now, looking outside, sun is shining for a good chunk of the valley. Have a few clouds out towards the mountains, but they are nothing ominous, nothing threatening, just those fair weather cumulus clouds. But in the valley, absolutely nothing. This is looking from Rattlesnake Peak out toward, or in the direction of the Yuba City area. This is zoomed in from what it's normally at, kind of honed in the direction of Yuba City. But we have a clear sky for the most part. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Kansas or something. Just have the mountains in the background. That's give it away for California. But when it comes to the forecast, here's what we have for the headlines. High clouds will be arriving late this evening into early tomorrow morning. They're nothing ominous, nothing major, just some high clouds rolling on in. We'll be back to the 90s by Monday, but then we will also be jumping up to the mid 100s for some this week. So you want to prep the water, the ACs, and be ready for a hot one. Temperatures tonight dipping down to the upper 50s to mid 60s across the valley. With some of those high clouds moving on in this evening, we could see these temperatures be bumped up just a little bit as we have some of the radiation coming from the earth getting blocked and reflected, I should say, back to the surface, so it could heat things up a little bit, but it will be this will be the coolest night we have over the course of the next 7 days. When it comes to temperatures, though, for tomorrow, heating up even more, low to mid 90s across the valley. Those clouds really won't do anything to stop the heat from rising, so it will be a warm one, if not hot one, tomorrow. And when it comes to the clouds, here's what we're timing out. They'll start to arrive late this evening, mainly mid to high level clouds. So again, nothing significant, nothing too major. They'll pass on through, giving us a filtered look to the sky. So by tomorrow evening, the sun is back out and the stars will be shining by the time the sun sets. The other thing we'll be watching will be some of the wind. Gusts up to about 20 miles per hour this evening, some places up to 25 miles per hour. That'll increase and become a little more widespread tomorrow morning, so 10 a.m. on Monday, gusts up to about 25 miles per hour along the I-5 corridor. This will be a north wind, so we will be drying out and we will be heating up, so keep that in mind. Be mindful of activities outside, as we don't want to spark anything. Those winds will continue into the day on Tuesday, picking up a little bit along the I-5 corridor, gusts up to about 30 miles per hour in some cases. So it will be breezy, if not gusty, in some cases for the next few days. Now, after the clouds move through on Tuesday, absolutely nothing will be rolling in for the most part in our area. I mentioned the monsoon earlier. We could see some of that filter on in towards the southern end of the Sierra. I don't think we're going to see what this model is showing. Some of those clouds filtering off towards the north. I think this is a little overdone, so we will remain dry and cloud free through the end of the week. Now, for the next 7 days, here's what our temperatures look like. The first day of astronomical summer kicks off on Tuesday, upper 90s, and then the low to mid 100s for Chico will be the dominating factor of this forecast through the end of the week. Redding getting a little warmer with the low to mid 100s. And look at those low temperatures kicking off in the low 70s. So it will be warm nights ahead. So it'll be hard to get some relief in the overnight hours as this heat moves along.